I don't think they're going to avoid that sweep. I think this is the Blue Jays game to take, but I'm going to go a different angle on the game. Red Sox under 4.5 runs for their team total. Boston struck out 13 times tonight. They continue to hit into double plays more than anyone else in baseball right now. They're reverting back to that offense we saw in Texas to open the season, and that was not pretty. The only person hitting the ball in that series was Wilyer Abreu, and right now nobody's seeming to find an answer for the offense. The cold weather's impacted both teams in this series. The Blue Jays have not hit the ball great. Even the games that they've won, it's been because of Red Sox mistakes. It's not like they are mashing the ball around the yard. But for Boston, they have to face Chris Bassett, and that's going to be a very tough task. He was really good against Baltimore and then fantastic against the Mets. Coming off a 6.2 inning performance of shutout baseball against New York, only allowed 4 hits in that game, struck out 9. Once it gets to Toronto's bullpen, I have that much more confidence that they're going to shut down the Red Sox because Boston's seen a lot of pitchers in the series, and they just have not been able to find an answer from top to bottom. So under 4.5 runs is the play here, and I do think the Blue Jays find a way to win this game. But the numbers aren't that bad compared to Cleveland. That's the thing, Joe. The White Sox are not a good winning team. They're a decent covering team right now. And you got to make up terms to make the White Sox seem like they have a pulse here. I'm going to call them, they're on a cover streak right now. I mean, they've lost by 1 run or less. You can't lose by less than 1, but 1 run or less in the past 3 games. The White Sox are messing with my mind, Joe. I'm trying to make them sound good. But I think they do have a nice matchup here against Cleveland. Chicago scored 32 runs this season. Cleveland has scored 35, and the Guardians only have 5 more hits this season and a worse statistical pitching staff, which is crazy to think about. Chicago's opponents average 217, Cleveland's average 267. So there's opportunities for the White Sox to win this game, but I do like them at +1.5 or -115. I don't trust either pitcher in this game, in Jonathan Cannon or Gavin Williams, but the White Sox have been hot against the spread, and statistically, they should be a better team than 2-9. They don't know how to win close games, and that's a big issue of theirs. But you can take them +1.5, get a little extra insurance there for a really good price of -115. And for the past 3 days, that has hit. So I'm going to rely on it to hit once again for the 4th consecutive day. Yeah, and that first game against St. Louis was not pretty for him. Allowed 8 runs in 2.2 innings. Did respond a little bit against Houston. Only gave up 1 run in 4 innings. But I'm going to fade him in this spot and take the Kansas City Royals for a really good price of -115. I don't love Michael Wacha. I just don't love contact pitchers in general. It's really hard to succeed in Major League Baseball as a contact pitcher in today's day and age because you're going to miss spots, and these hitters are so good, they're going to make you pay for it. But when I look at this game, the Twins offense just has not been that good this season. The Royals do the little things right as well offensively, so that gives me more confidence in them. They have a 300 team OBP right now compared to Minnesota at 264. And Minnesota in day games, just 3-7. And the pitching staff has been significantly worse than Kansas City as a whole. Need a decent outing for Michael Wacha, which could be hard here, but the Minnesota offense hasn't given me any confidence that they're going to find a way to hit Wacha. And if he locates, he can pitch. So I see a low-scoring affair that Kansas City pulls out late at home in this one, and for a really good price, can't beat it. Again, it's so early, and the Angels look like a good team. The Blue Jays look like a really good team right now. I know they're beating up on my Red Sox, but that's a team that wasn't expected to do much this season, so you really can't take a lot from these first couple weeks of baseball. But I do like the under of 8.5 runs in this Angels versus Rays game. I think the pitchers form a perfect combination for an under. Jose Soriano and Zach Littell are going to be on the mound. Both have been really good this season. Different styles. They each have whips under 1. Soriano's a really good strikeout pitcher. A little less accuracy. He's going to win with power more. Where Littell's been that contact guy, he's going to win with accuracy, but he does have the ability to get hit if he doesn't locate, just like every single contact pitcher in Major League Baseball. The Angels have been efficient offensively because of home runs. They're not going to, work around the bases with singles and doubles. They're going to hit home runs, 14 and 11 games. But when you look at Littell, he does a really nice job of keeping the ball in the yard, has only allowed 1 home run this season. And the Rays win by putting the ball in play, but this doesn't lead to a ton of runs, especially against a guy like Soriano, if he can find a groove early and not walk a lot of batters here. So between Littell's ability to keep, not give up hard contact, keep the ball in the yard, and then Soriano to do a good job against a mediocre Rays offense here, I do think this is going to be a low-scoring game.